A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. We all know that song, don't we? As kids, one of the first things we learn about language is the ABCs. But when you're learning a second language, it may seem a bit frustrating to learn the alphabet, especially when the Spanish alphabet is so similar to the English one. However, if you want to master Spanish pronunciation perfectly, learning the Spanish alphabet, both the letter names and the sounds they make, is essential. Lucky for you, the English and Spanish language share many cognates. You'll find that comparing the two alphabets is very easy. This is because both alphabets come from the Latin script, so they have almost the same letters. The only difference is that Spanish has one extra letter, the ñ. Additionally, the sounds and names of the letters are very similar, which makes it easy for you to memorize them and use them to spell different words. The Spanish alphabet has 27 letters. Let's review them all. Are you ready? The first letter of the alphabet is the A. Saying words that start with the letter A can help your pronunciation. Repeat after me. Araña. Avión. Let's move on to the letter B. Some of the words that start with the letter B are barco, bueno. Yes, good job. The next letter is the C. As you can see, the letter C has different sounds. It all depends on what vowel comes after the C. If the letter C is followed by A, O, or U, then the sound is K. If the letter C is followed by E or E, the sound is S. Let's see some examples. Casa, cena. After the letter C comes the letter D. The letter D is a tricky letter to master. While it is pronounced strongly in some cases, it has a softer sound in the middle or at the end of a word. Are you confused? Don't worry. Here's a tip so you can pronounce the letter correctly. To pronounce the D correctly, don't put your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Put it between your teeth as if you were saying the in English. Let's give it a try. The. Good! Now practice saying these words. Dedo. Diente. Good job! Now comes the letter A. This is an easy letter. Let's see some words that start with A. Repeat after me. Elefante. Educar. Perfect! After the letter A comes the letter F. Some of the words that start with the letter F are flor, fuente. That's it! Good job! Now, let's go on to the letter G. Practice saying these words. Gato, gorro. The next letter is the H. This is the only letter that is constantly silent in the Spanish alphabet. The H is a quiet helper and is often forgotten in the spelling because of that. However, it still plays an important role by separating letters in the middle of a word to clearly define the syllables. Use these words to practice the H. Hoja, helado. After the H comes the letter E. This vowel is very straightforward. Try using these words to practice. Isla, idea. The next letter is the J. Since the Spanish H is silent, another letter needs to step up and produce the G sound, like in hey. That's exactly what the J does. Instead of the hard J sound found in English, the J is always pronounced with the G sound. Let's practice with some words. Repeat after me. Jugar. Jirafa. Good job. After the J comes the letter K. The letter K is not used regularly, but these are some words that start with the letter K. Koala. Kilogramo. Now comes the letter L. While a single L is pronounced like the English L, a double L is pronounced like a ya, sh, or ya, depending on the location. Let's see some examples of words with a single L. Luna. León. And now some examples with the double L. Llave. Llamar. Do you hear the difference between the single L and the double L? Perfect. Now, let's see the letter M. Practice with these words. Mono. Madre. After the letter M comes the letter N. Practice with these words. Nido. Nadar. Easy, right? Now comes the special letter, the ñ. While the ñ is a unique letter, it is actually a pretty simple letter. It is pronounced like a combination of an N and a Y for a ñ sound. Let's practice. Repeat after me. Ñu. Español. You did it! Great job! Now let's see the letter O. Try saying these words to practice. Oso. Oficina. Good job! After the O comes the letter P. Here are some words that start with the letter P. Pollo. Padre. Now comes the letter Q. Let's practice with some words. Queso. Querer. The next letter is the R. To truly sound like a native Spanish speaker, you need to pronounce the R correctly, which involves rolling your tongue. It's important to note that there are two different ways to pronounce the R. A soft roll and a hard roll. The soft roll is only used in the middle of a word with a single R. The hard roll is used every other time when a single R is at the beginning of a word or end of a word, or a double R is used in the middle. Let's practice these words. Rey. Rosa. Perro. Take your time to practice this letter. Pronouncing correctly the R can take years, even for native Spanish speakers. So be patient with yourself. After the R comes the letter S. The S is pronounced exactly the same in both English and Spanish. So you'll master this letter pretty quickly. Here are some words with the letter S. Serpiente. Sandía. Now comes the letter T. Practice with these words. Tortuga. Tigre. Next comes the letter U. The letter U is a straightforward vowel. The only exception to this is when it's used as a helping vowel. In these cases, the U is silent, and the following vowel is pronounced. Here are some examples. Uva. Guitarra. Did you see the difference? Perfect. Now comes the letter V. The Spanish V has the same pronunciation as the B, and as such is often called by the same name, B. However, there is a lot of confusion between the two letters. To avoid any miscommunication, the name V was introduced for the B. These are some words with the letter V: violin, vaca. After the V comes the W. Similarly to the letter K, the W is not used regularly. When the W is used, it is usually used in words that come directly from English. For example, waffle, water polo. The next letter of the alphabet is the letter X. When a word starts with an X, it makes an S sound. Here's an example, xilófono. If you are traveling to Mexico or Central America, you may come across some interesting place names that start with X, a common letter in the Aztec and Mayan languages. In these cases, the X is pronounced as a sh, as in Sheila, Guatemala. The next letter is the Y. The Y is a versatile letter with multiple pronunciations, depending on its placement in a word. When it acts as a vowel, often at the end of a word and following a vowel, it sounds like E, or the Spanish vowel E. As a consonant, the Y sounds the same as the Spanish J. The pronunciation ranges from ya to sha. I'll show you some examples. Repeat after me. Yo, yema, hoy. Good job. The last letter of the alphabet is the letter Zeta. Just like several previous letters in the Spanish language, the Zeta is pronounced differently in various Spanish-speaking countries. As a general rule, it is pronounced as a th in Spanish and as a s in Latin America. However, even though the Zeta sounds like a S in common speech, people still learn it as having a th sound. Here are some examples for you to practice the letter Zeta. Zapato, zorro. Learning the Spanish alphabet can be fun. I really hope this helped you understand it much better. If you would like to practice these letters with a real teacher, try a free class with Homeschool Spanish Academy. Our native Spanish-speaking teachers are sure to lead you to great Spanish pronunciation in no time. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like and be sure to subscribe to our channel for all Spanish learning updates. Hasta pronto!